Disability and communication. In our restaurants, communication is really important. It's how our customers let us know what they need and how we work together as a team. Sometimes people are concerned about how to communicate with people with disabilities, usually because they're worried about saying the wrong thing or causing offence. When you're communicating with a customer with a disability, the most important thing to remember is that you're speaking with a person just like you. See the person and not their disability. Our customers with disabilities have the same needs as anyone else and want the same great McDonald's experience as anybody else. Some customers with disabilities might speak or communicate differently than others. Others might just appreciate you trying to communicate with them in a way that works for them. Let's go through some tips and etiquette on how to communicate better with customers with disabilities. 1. Speak directly to the person that has spoken to you. If a person with a disability asks you a question, make sure that you respond directly to them. Sometimes people with disabilities find that rather than reply directly to them, people speak to their friend or their partner. Imagine how frustrating it would be if every time you asked a question, people responded to somebody else. 2. Don't assume that a person with a disability needs help, but offer assistance if it's needed. Most people with disabilities prefer to be independent and have their own ways of adapting to every situation. If you think that a person does need assistance, it's okay to offer it, just by asking, do you need some help? If they don't need it, don't be offended. But if they do need assistance and you're not sure how to help, then just go ahead and ask them. For example, you can just say, how can I help you? Or what's the best way for me to help you? Different people have different preferences, so it's always a good idea to check. 3. If you're struggling to communicate, stay calm and don't panic. Some people with disabilities might have a speech impediment or a strong accent. If you're unable to understand someone clearly, the most important thing is to stay calm. It might take time for you to tune into someone's voice, but if you stay focused and calm, you will be able to. If you haven't understood someone, it's okay to ask them to repeat themselves. And if you still can't understand them after a few tries, you can ask them to write it down. The most important thing to remember is to be courteous, polite, and respectful in all of your communications. And finally, the most important thing to remember when communicating with people with disabilities is to see the person and not their disability. Remember that you're speaking with someone just like you, who's going about their daily life, just like any of our customers or crew members. Speak to them as you would anybody else.